What is poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dope Ass Panna, and today I'm super excited to show you guys my favorite set of full layered boho braids that I have ever done. These are literally my favorite, and I teamed up with Ywigs. Today I'm so excited because I'm one of the first influencers to try out their brand new and improved feather tip crochet hair. And if you are like me, I know what you're thinking, why the hell would I use crochet hair to make boho braids? And exactly, sis, I'm right there with you. But today in this video I'm going to be breaking down why this hair is actually a game changer. This was my first time ever using feather tip crochet for boho braids, and I was literally blown out the water. So today I'm going to be using 4 packs of their 18-inch loose deep wave. This is actually slowly becoming one of my favorite curl patterns, and I know you guys heard me say new and improved because guys, this one is different. You guys can see that the string is much longer, and y'all, I had to pause this video because I literally don't know why I'm always so ashy, but I was like, let me literally lotion my hands on camera because I was literally dry as Las Vegas in the summer, and I don't know why, but touching these luxurious bundles, I was like, my hands gotta be moisturized. But you guys can see how long this feather tip crochet string is, and typically the old feather tip crochet hair was a lot shorter. So I have one of the old ones just so you guys can see in comparison. So the new crochet hair with that additional length is gonna be a lot easier to braid in. The old feather tip crochet hair you guys have seen me use on styles like Jada Wada braids and stuff like that. So one of the biggest game changers about this product is the prep time. You can eliminate your prep time, and when you're doing boho braids, that is so essential. This hair is ready to go out the pack, and technically it's already pre-separated because it's on the string, right? So all I do is detangle the curls, and initially I just laid them out on the tray, and I decided that I was gonna pick them up one by one like this, but I noticed as I was doing the style that it was actually a lot more efficient for me to lay the pieces out and already separate them, because sometimes those curls at the bottom are intertwined, so as you're pulling it can get caught and like shift the hair around. So I decided to pull all the pieces apart, but this is even way quicker than me pulling pieces and putting product and laying it out. It's cleaner, it's easier, and it saved me so much prep time. What I also love in addition to that is that having the string just makes it so much easier during the takedown process to save your boho pieces so that you guys can wash and reuse them for your next install. We invest a lot of money in our boho hair, our boho bundles, and we should be getting more than one wear out of them, just like we would do bundles for a weave. And so the string makes it a lot easier for you to collect those pieces at the end, wash, reuse them, and then put them up to dry. So I am doing some layer braids. So this is actually going to be my longest layer. I'm using 42-inch braiding hair for this bottom layer, and I'm gonna start off by parting off the nape of the neck. These bottom 2 rows I'm gonna be doing full length braids, and I'm also gonna be braiding the crochet hair into the end, so I'm super excited to show you guys about that as well. My client London in the chair loves to have her boho braids layered, and I think it adds so much character. It's so cute, and so I'm super excited to show you guys how I build up these layered braids. And this bottom nape of the neck area is going to be our longest braids. We're also going to do 1 row above the ear that's going to be long as well, and then we'll be feathering the hair to get that layered look for you guys. So I'm really excited to give you guys a detailed tutorial on how I do that. I am doing medium-sized knotless. It's going to be 2 rows at the nape of the neck, and then it's going to be 5 rows above the ear. And I do not usually pack a lot of boho hair at the nape of the neck just because it's a lot of friction down there and that hair tends to tangle quicker. But I am going to show you guys how I add in pieces at the nape of the neck. So I'm going to take one piece of that crochet hair, and I'm going to pick one side of it, and I'm going to first insert that side right where my thumb finger is. I'm going to put that piece there, and remember, we're actually braiding the string in, so I'm going to make sure I hold that with my thumb. I'm going to place that piece away in my comb, and I'm going to continue to braid. At this point, we should be braiding the string in, and you guys can see that piece is hanging down, and you're going to continue to braid. Now, where that piece ends is where you're going to pull the other side of it out. So as you can imagine, as we work our way to the top and we're adding in more boho pieces, we're actually going to have to layer them. And I am going to explain all of this in detail when we get there. So I'm going to continue to braid down, and this is why that longer piece of string is essential, because typically with the old feather crochet hair, you wouldn't even really have much space to braid down. This allows a lot more room to braid down for those boho braids. I am tucking that string as I go, but honestly, it's so fine that you really don't need to. Once you get to the end of that piece of string and you're back at your boho hair, you're going to take that piece of boho hair and you're actually going to pull it out and put it up and away in the comb so that it's out of your way. And then you'll just continue braiding, guys. This is so much easier. And I also feel like if you're a beginner, this feed-in technique is going to be a lot easier for you, and you'll have a lot less slippage. Now, I'm going to show you guys how to braid this into the end. At this point, I realize like I may never use regular boho hair again, because braiding boho hair into the ends of braids is extremely tricky. The main reason is because you need to make sure that you have the correct size of boho hair, because if you don't, that transition from the braiding hair is going to be lumpy and bumpy. But guys, with the string, this literally made it so easy. So when I got down to the bottom, I literally took the string, I placed the middle of it right at the point of my braid, and I'm just going to continue to braid this in, and it tapered off so beautifully, guys. I was like, oh my God. At this moment, I literally knew that I would never go back to using regular boho hair, because this literally just was a game changer for me. It saved me so much time, and it was just so easy. Like, look how seamless this braid is going into the ends, and that is something that is extremely hard to do even for me as an advanced braider. So once I get down to the end, I am gonna tie a knot, and no hair glue is required, because guys, this hair is gonna be in there so secure. I honestly felt like I didn't even need to tie a knot, but the only reason I did is because I'm not gonna dip these braids and I wanna make sure that it is secure. So I'm just gonna break off a tiny piece, and I am going to wrap it around. I'm using my thumb and my pointer finger to create that knot. I'm gonna pull that hair through, and that creates a secure knot. I am gonna do this about 4 to 5 times just to make sure that my knot is extremely secure, but not using the hair glue is gonna make sure that you guys can reuse this hair again in the future. And it also just makes your takedown process a little bit easier. I'm not gonna lie, I do like to use the hair glue as security, but I realized that it wasn't really necessary. So yeah, that's how I'm going to be building those braids. Now with the second row, I'm going to be adding in an extra boho piece right at the root. This is going to start to begin to create that fullness that we want to see. And so before I even enter a piece of braiding hair, I'm going to actually put a piece of the boho hair in. I'm going to add 3 pieces of braiding hair, and then I'm going to continue to braid down. Once this first piece of boho hair runs out, I'm going to braid down about 1 inch and add another piece. So it'll be a total of 3 pieces in each of these braids. This boho method honestly doesn't get tricky until it's time to overlap the boho pieces, and you guys will see what I'm saying when we get there, because I'm going to break it down in detail for you guys. But here I'm pretty much just braiding those pieces in, braiding all the way down. And guys, I absolutely love this. I was super skeptical about braiding in crochet hair. Honestly, I was never really a fan of crochet hair, period. But lately, these new improved human hair crochet hairs are literally a game changer. So since we're doing layer braids, I'm going to show you guys how I built that second layer. I'm going to take my same 42-inch braiding hair, and I'm going to cut and refeather it. And I want to make sure that those braids are going to be stopping about 2 inches higher than the last row. You really want to make sure you're able to see that definition. So I'm going to put the braiding hair up to her root, and I'm going to cut where I think, you know, I kind of want the braids to stop, and I'm going to refeather this hair. I want this second row to stop mid-back, so I always cut off a little bit, and then I kind of decide, you know, if that's long enough. And remember that wherever you put the braiding hair, that curly hair is going to fall about a couple inches lower, so you want to just make sure that you measure it out correctly. Here I'm just feathering the hair, and then I'm going to prep that out, and we're going to begin to braid this layer. Once I complete that first row with the new length, I just wanted to show you guys where that hair is laying, so you guys can see this is that layer that I just created. And when I put it down, you guys can see that it's falling a couple inches above that first layer that we did. And I love the way that this was turning out, guys. I was like, oh my God, it's gonna be so cute. I literally kept spinning her to the mirror. I was like, this is looking so fire already. What I love about this loose wave curl pattern is that it just creates a fullness without having to use so much hair. And this curl pattern is just like the perfect mix between curly but not too curly. I really have been loving the fluffiness of it. So that's why I said this is slowly becoming one of my favorite textures. Now in this clip, I'm going to begin to show you what I mean by layering those boho pieces. You guys can see I added my first boho piece at the root. And what I mean by layering is you're going to see me add in another boho piece here before that first boho piece that I add in is finished. The only tricky thing about this is you have to be able to feel when that boho hair is ending. You guys can see once again, I put in another piece before those boho pieces are ending. But number one, you can feel in your fingers when a piece of boho hair is ending, meaning it's time to pull the end out, because there's like a little like nub or tab thing and you can just feel it as you're braiding. So once you feel that, you just pull the piece out, and they're going to be pulled out at different times, obviously, because they're going to end at different times. And that would literally be the trickiest part about this style, but it's still honestly so easy. You just have to remember to pull those pieces out. I used all 6 bundles that they gave me because I was going for an extremely full look. So I just made sure that I really packed those boho pieces in to get a really full look. And so I did layer about 4 to 5 pieces in this braid alone. And as I get to the top, I'm still going to keep stacking them just to make sure that I get that nice full look. Now, whenever I'm doing layered braids, I always want my client to pick how short they want their last layer. And this is kind of what that consultation looks like when you have it with your client.
Okay, so how short do you want the top row? I felt like last time it was like here, but I don't know if that was too short.
I liked it like that.
You like it like you want it, not like a bang, but like
a layer.
So yeah, like a layer.
Yeah.
So you want it to stop like right there?
Where?
Or that's like where this curl will stop? Or you want it even shorter than that? Because let's see, like the row before it is gonna hang here. This is the row before it. You see the difference, or you want it shorter?
I think it's cute.
If you just imagine it like up here, it'll hang like this in the front. So like, let's say if you have a bang piece, it'll be like that.
Wait, I like that.
That's what you want?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. You don't know?
I don't know.
Okay. I mean, that's cute to me, but I'm just making sure it's not too short for you. I don't want you to like, it's too short. Okay. That's cool.
We could probably just keep it regular. Like how this is, like the layer, like where is it that you showed me just a second?
Oh, like where the, yeah, that's what it is. That's what it's going to be.
Oh, then yeah.
Yeah, like here.
Oh, yeah.
Like about there. Mm-hmm. That's cool? Mm-hmm. Okay.
So once I check in with my client and I know how short I want that last layer to be, I'm going to go ahead and feather my last amount of hair. Again, I'm just cutting the 42-inch braiding hair. I know a lot of people say, can't you just use like the kid expressions hair? Yes, you can, but I like to kind of tailor it to my client's needs and what my client wants. And so I like to use the 42-inch braiding hair because I can always cut it and refeather it to whatever length I want it to be. Now for these last 2 rows at the top, I did place a boho piece of hair on each side of the braid to kind of give that Bora Bora full looking effect. And I totally did not even realize that this wasn't super in view, so I do apologize for that. If you guys need to see me do this on another video, let me know and I can always recreate the look. But I'm gonna really be packing those boho pieces into the top just to get that fullness. I wanted to make sure that I used every single piece that they gave me. So I'm going to be adding those boho pieces into each side just to create fullness, and I'm gonna be pulling them in and out on the right and the left as I'm building the braid. Now you guys can see that we're on our last braid and I'm super excited to get into this finished look, but before I head out, I do want to give a major shout out to Ywigs. I've been using their hair to do all of my boho braids for my clients and I love working with them on collaborations. Their shipping is always super fast and I never have any quality issues with their hair or really complaints on my boho hair. It's such a great investment and I absolutely love this brand new human hair crochet hair. I would have never thought to use crochet hair for boho braids. It just didn't make any sense to me, but after using this I was like, oh my god, I don't know if I'm gonna go back. This style literally only took me 4 hours. It typically takes me about 6 to 7 hours, so I saved a lot of time by this hair being pre-sectioned and ready to go. I cut time on prepping and the installation was a lot easier. I am gonna show you guys these layers so you guys can see that that is my first layer, my last layer, and then I'm also gonna pull out that middle layer because I feel like it's kind of hard to see see with all the hair together how defined those layers actually really are. But I thought that I did a really good job creating that like layered effect, and it looks so bomb and so amazing. The most exciting part about this style was seeing her really just glowing over her hair. And she really loved that she was able to fit it all in one ponytail. I've really been working on making sure that my boho braids are stylable. So one thing that I've really been doing is going super light on the braiding hair and making sure that I create that fullness with the boho hair. But obviously in order to do that, you need a high quality boho hair, because if it's thin or you know, it's not fluffy and full, you're definitely not going to get that full look that you desire. But guys, look how amazing these are, and notice how I can palm one ponytail with one hand. And y'all, I have short fat fingers, so if I can do this, then surely anybody else can. I did pull out a couple pieces in the front just to create like a little bang, and guys, she was absolutely loving it. Now, you guys have seen me do a lot of boho braids. Let me know if this is your favorite set so far, because it absolutely is my favorite that I have done. Also, let me know in the comment section down below if you guys would try this hair out. Guys, it looks literally so fire. Thank you so much to Ywigs for allowing me to be one of the first to try this out. As always, guys, thank you so much for tuning into my videos. If there's anything that you guys want to see, you guys can request it down below in the comment section. And as always, I will catch you guys in my next video.